Okay, so we finished with the buccal surface. We also did some of the mesial and some of the distal surfaces of the teeth. And now we need to be working with the lingual side. So I'd end up flipping over the model so that way I can get into the inside where the lingual surface is. I've got a scaler in my hand here and I'm ready to work with the scaler. So the same thing with the scaler here is I'm holding the mouth open and propping my hand there so that way I can stabilize my hand. And just doing short strokes and working coronally again here. And if I don't get all of it right away, that is okay, because I'm going to be using my ultrasonic scaler. And on top of using the ultrasonic scaler, I will also be using my other scaler and my Gracie curette and universal curette again. Making sure I'm getting up here near the palatine surface. Okay, and now we need to make sure that we are flipping the tool over and still propping our hand and getting in here. Getting the canine lingual surface. You can see that I'm grabbing it and some of it is coming off there. We don't want to miss any of our incisors there either. Now some of our lingual surface of our 406 does have some calculus on it there, so I'm making sure to use the tip of this scaler there. Okay, so I'm done with this scaler. Now I'll be using this one here again, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to get in, and I'll go after the calculus I wasn't able to get the first time around. Again, making sure that I am getting the mesial and distal surfaces of our teeth, but also being very conscious of our gum line. Making sure I'm not going subgingivally, because that is not the purpose of a scaler. Now once I am done here, what I would want to do is I'd want to take an Explorer, and I would just want to check with the Explorer to make sure I have smooth surfaces. Currently that canine had a little bit of calculus on it, which would be your 404. The 402 is giving me a little bit of trouble here. It does have a little bit of calculus on it. I might try and use the ultrasonic scaler. It will probably work a little bit better for that surface. So I'm going to grab my ultrasonic scaler here again. And I'm going to make sure that I'm holding it correctly, turning it on. Now what's going to be important is that I'm not shooting water into the back of this patient's mouth. So I want to make sure that I'm going in this direction. And again, not for longer than 10 seconds per tooth. Making sure again that I'm not ever staying in one place too long, because that will heat the teeth up and we don't want that to happen. It can cause damage to the dental calculus. So I'm not seeing any more very much more. I should say calculus on these teeth. So now I need to be going in. I'm going to start here with my Gracie. So I'll start with my Gracie. And with the Gracie, you can check and see whether or not you have. Are you able to get a view here? So with my Gracie, I can see whether or not I do have any problems, any calculus buildup that is still there. I'm not necessarily seeing that, but I just want to make sure you know that I am going subgingivally and I'm getting all of those areas. And then going down here, again, we would want to line up. You can push back and you can get to the back of the periodontal pocket, making sure you're actually cleaning out and doing all the debridement within there. And then you turn and make sure that you're at the correct angle, which is a parallel angle to the tooth. But I can't really show you that great with this model because we don't actually have periodontal pockets. Again, making sure we get the mesial and distal aspects of our teeth. There would be a large periodontal pocket in here. Obviously, with this being a model, there isn't. Right, so we now have used two different types of scalers. We have used the Gracie, and now we just need to come around and we need to be using our universal scaler. So I'm just going to come in here and use our universal scaler. Again, the same kind of thing is we want to make sure we're getting in there and we're turning it. Getting in and then turning it to be the same angle as the tooth. Going in, turning it same angle as the tooth. Again, with this canine, you would have a large periodontal pocket, but it's a model, so we do not, so we cannot insert it into there. And then same thing for the 400. This carnasal again would have a large periodontal pocket. We'd want to go in and then flatten and be at the same level parallel to the tooth. That way you're able to do the subgingival debridement. I'm going to have to change the angle of my hand so that way I'm able to get the same level as this tooth. It's easier for you to move than it is to move the dog. Right, so we are all done there, and if you look in here, you shouldn't be seeing a lot of dental calculus. It should be really clean. Obviously this side we can't remove, it's a model. And I'll turn it over here so you can see the buccal surfaces, and even on the buccal surfaces it looks a lot cleaner.
Yeah, there's some staining that it's the plastic.
Yeah.
That's what you're seeing because it's not true enamel, but that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, good job. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great.